So now that it's dust season, I see a flower. Hello, flower. Maybe I'll give Cal the flower. Hey, Tammy. Tammy smiles when she sees you, then lets out a little noise of dismay. Solanna, your clothes are all full of holes, she says. Bring me those pants tonight and I'll mend them right up for you, okay? Okay, thanks, Tammy. But I'm sure they'll probably end up getting even more holes in them once I help out Mom on the farm, since that's something that she asked me to do. But I think after that, for the most part, I'd rather do something inside. Cal has collected a fine assortment of plastic and metal containers and assembled them into what passes for a drum set, and as clattering away at them echoes through the garden. When he sees you, he twirls his drumstick and gives you a cheeky smile. What? They were just gonna get now recycled anyways. Okay, so Mom had asked me if I wanted to work on the farm. It's a proud day for your mom. You're finally following in her footsteps. She meets you at the gate to the gardens. Hello, Sprout, she says, sounding chipper. Come on, we've got a lot to uncover before you'll be able to keep up with the rest of us. Finally, some real farming. Your mom shows you around the fields and the geoponic stones. You'll mostly be working in the fields with the hardier earth crops like potatoes and corn, as well as the native plants we've managed to cultivate. She frowns. We'll figure out how to cultivate these native plants somehow. You spend the rest of the day pulling weeds and watering plants. You're dirty up to your waist by the time you're finished, but it's good, honest work. You're proud to be able to do something that helps out the colony. Cal gives you a high five and invites you for a cool drink in the cafeteria. All the other agriculturists join you. Of all the places in the colony you've worked, geoponics is the most like family. Maybe because they've always been your family thanks to your mom and dad. Oh hey, 24, which is a 3-star super goal. Nice. And it's Vertumnalia. It's time for the 3rd annual Vertumnalia Festival. You gather with your family in the colony square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Udicott approaches the stage. She folds her hands and serenely addresses the crowd. What a pleasure to address you all today as your governor, she says, looking as pleased as she ever does. In under 3 years, we built a colony of which we can truly be proud. While we suffered hardships and losses, we remain standing. As always, looking towards the future we are building together. Let us use this midsummer festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings, Udicott continues. Fresh water, good food, healthy children, and a strong community. You look around at the crowd, your friends, your parents, and the other adults who have been in the background radiation of your entire life. These are the closest human beings around for light years, and they are all your family. Udicott bows her head. But first, we recognize the passing of our dear friend, Chief Surveyor Melatonin. Known for his gentle nature and his curious spirit, Tonin is survived by his daughter, Aspartame. In the crowd, Tammy sniffles loudly. Oh, Tammy. In his place, we welcome our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing Expeditions. Udicott invites the rest of the council to stand and to be recognized among the crowd, including your mom, who huffs in annoyance. When the applause dies down and the council sits, Utopia remains standing. Actually, Auntie Udicott, y'all mind if I make a quick announcement? Udicott nods and Utopia clears her throat. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says, her clear voice ringing out over the crowd. A cheer rises from Expeditions as she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Ton's left some big shoes to fill, and, well, I'm gonna give it my best. We're fixing to get to the bottom of what we're calling the shimmer, the sniffles folks have been getting during pollen, Utopia continues. Until we do, please keep wearing your mask when the pollen is thick, and let the doc know if you're under the weather. She bends down to hug up the governor as she leaves the stage. Thank you, Utopia, Udicott says warmly, and thank you to the rest of the council for their service. Live music starts playing, and Udicott smiles. And now it's time for games and feasting. The crowd disappears toward the feasting table, clearing the area of chairs so the children's competitions can be held. What do I do this year? Maybe I'll sit and watch with Tammy. Bot wrestling's kind of cool, I guess. After the festivities, you take some time off for a much-needed and very relaxing break. Your dad sets up a slip and slide through the colony square, and everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water at each other. It's a lot of fun. You can feel your worries floating away in the hot dust suns. And speaking of Tammy, maybe I'll go help her in the crash this month. It is nice here, but we should take it with caution. Tammy is waiting for you at the door of the lounge and cheerfully thrusts a sack of lovingly wrapped Tiptons to your hand. They're still warm. Special delivery, fresh from the kitchens, she says. Eat up. You pop open a Tipton and say that Tammy has sculpted the rice to look like a little rabbit, complete with little seeds for eyes. Aww. That's cute. Oh. Huh. So practicing the photo honor gives bravery. That's interesting. A stomach bug is throwing through the crash right now, and everyone is absolutely miserable. You and Tammy have both missed the worst of it, but Auntie Seaton and the majority of the kids are taking it pretty rough. Oh no. Tammy is cleaning up a vomit incident by the holo projector while you strip the affected kids and get them into the bath. You come out with a bundle of soiled clothes and trade off with Tammy, who gives you the mop and bucket to take back to the laundry room while she finishes up with the kids. After so long working together, especially during this latest crisis, you're getting pretty good working as a Auntie Seaton pops her head in the creche to check on you. There are broken capillaries under her eyes, and her greasy hair is up in a bonnet. Oh, but she still gives you a tired smile, then her nose wrinkles at the lingering smell of vomit. You're a hero, she says. Thank you so much for tackling the kids for me. You look down at the mop and bucket and dirty clothes in your hand. Does she think you did it all yourself? But Tammy did a lot. Auntie Seaton laughs. You're both doing great, she says. Please tell Tammy I'm very grateful for your help. She leaves, but not before sending you both some kudos. Oh, nougats! Tammy comes out holding one of the younger kids wrapped in a towel. The two older ones waving tiredly behind her robes. She's starting to look tired. I'm going to put this little cakey to bed, she says. I should spray down the floor with an antiseptic too, and then sterilize the bathtub. Then, well, I guess we'll need to sterilize the bottles again, then boil and cool some more water. And, oh, by then the laundry will be done. You don't have to do it all yourself. Tammy puts on a determined smile. It's okay, she says. It's my job, right? We all need to do our best, and, well, I am. This is what people need me to be right now. That's all. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, too. Tammy's nose goes pink like her hair. Oh, Solanna, she laughs. Don't worry, I do, just not when someone needs me. She takes the kids to the quiet room for their nap. Oh. 12, yeah. So that seems like it was the best. I guess I'll push through with 5 stress. And now it's late dust. And Cal, I have a present for you. Cal is standing in the middle of the garden, spraying the crops with a hose. As you watch, he leans down and drinks straight from the nozzle. Oh hey, he says, standing up and wiping his mouth with the back of his hand. What's up? Oh. Drew a card, change. I know you like cake, so here. Cal gasps. My favorite food! And on my birthday too? He makes grabby hands at the cake and takes a big huff of the pleasant sugary smell as his eyes slip closed with sheer pleasure. Well, Solanna, he breathes, you are really the best of the best. Here, you have a piece too. Let the icing melt in your mouth and let all your worries melt away. Well, I'm glad you liked it. And maybe I'll try doing some baking with Tammy. Cal spends a lot of time in the creche when he's not busy in the gardens. He likes to bring Tammy things to make her happy, even if it's just a warm cup of soup from the kitchens or a weird bug he found. Tammy's always really happy to see him though, and treats every present like it's the best thing on the planet. Yeah. Cal is really sweet. There's 33, a super goal. And now it's the wet season. I'm not seeing. Oh, there it is. I knew there'd be one. And since it is so rainy outside, maybe we'll come back and study some more life sciences. Professor Hal looks almost apologetic. It's important to check on how you're all doing with the material, he explains. So we're having a pop quiz on what we've been covering this month, Earth's ecosystem and the climate crash of the late 20th century. This should be easy so long as you've been paying attention. You and the other students exchange a look of horror. A pop quiz? You two people look unfazed. Tang and Cal both are sitting near enough that you could probably ask them for help before the quiz begins. Don't worry about it, Cal says, patting you on the back. You've got this. It's just a test. That's easy for Cal to say. He works with plants and animals every day. You're not sure if it will help, but you are encouraged a little bit by the pep talk. Oh boy. Okay, that gives 6. That gives 5. Okay. There's 14. That seems a little better, but... Oh, no, that actually has more. Okay. +2 to the last card. This seems like it might be the highest it can go. Can I make that one yellow? +1, change suit. But I only have one. And I'm not sure how big of a difference that will make, but I guess I can try. Oh! It was enough! And I'm victorious! You did well. You just tried to imagine the most destructive things humankind could do to the planet, and that was usually the answer, no matter how far-fetched. Deserts growing, terrible storms, sea level rising, species becoming extinct. Whoa, scary. Cal and Tang look happy with their scores too. As you file out of the class, you catch up with Tang and share your thoughts about what we've been learning in class. Earth humans had space travel, gene tech. Shouldn't they have been able to fix the planet? Isn't science the solution to everything? Tang scoffs. Not even science can help people who don't believe in it, she says. Even if the solution is obvious to anyone with half a brain, if the people in charge don't do what needs to be done, what's the point? She stomps away, clearly frustrated by the subject. Yeah. I get that, Tang. Very true. And I guess we'll figure out what we're gonna do next time.